Welcome, welcome, welcome to this episode of the Ian Fritz Show. We've got a good one. We have the seventh worst thing about college football. It's the commercial load. Let's get into it.
Whoa, he has trouble with the snap, and the ball is free. It's picked up by Michigan State's Jalen Watts Jackson, and he scores on the last play of the game. Unbelievable.
35, 40, 45, 50, 45. There goes Davis. Oh, my God. Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game. He ran the missed field goal.
The commercial load is the seventh worst thing about college football. Now, you guys already know the drill by this time. It's the fourth episode. We go, why is it an issue? And we have some ideas on how to fix it. Now, I'm going to be straight with you here on this first one. Fixing the commercial load is going to be tough because that's how the networks make money. That's how CBS, ESPN, Fox, whoever is showing the football game, they make money based off ads. So there's nothing really that I can do, that we as a college football community can do to end up fixing this issue. But we can try. We can plead. First thing I want to say though, guys, we've got some big news. See that logo? Boom. We've got it on a mug. We've got it on a mug. Looks pretty good, I think. I'm a fan. If you guys want a mug, let me know. We'll get you a mug. We'll get you a mug. And 5, 6 years from now, these are going to be worth a lot of money. These are going to be worth a lot of money. And if you're listening on podcast, thank you. Go to the YouTube channel, look at the mug, see if you want one, and get back to me. Okay. Now, why is the commercial load an issue? I think most people already know why it's an issue. Number one, when you sit down to watch a college football game, you're sitting down for one reason. You want to watch college football. You don't want to watch someone selling you a mug. Ironic, isn't it? You don't want to see someone selling you a bicycle, maybe a pillowcase, maybe a different blanket or whatnot. You're sitting down to watch Ohio State and Michigan play. You're sitting down and watching OU versus Texas. You're not sitting down to watch these commercials. Nobody's sitting down to watch commercials. And if you've been at a game, when you're at the game and it goes to commercial, you're sitting there for 5 minutes and you're like, what is going on? Where can we get back to the football? Well, I'm sitting here for 5 minutes and we've seen nothing. What is happening? That's what we need to do. Now, a lot of networks, some networks use the 3-4-3-4 method when they're doing commercial breaks. And that's where they do 3 commercials throughout the first quarter, 4 in the second quarter, 3 in the third, and 4 in the fourth. A lot of networks use that method. Now, they'll have some supplemental commercials thrown in there, maybe a minute 20 commercial here if there's an injury or whatnot. And then obviously they have the commercials after, before halftime and after halftime, and then in between quarters. But in the actual quarters, we've got 3 commercials, 4 commercials, 3 commercials, 4 commercials. Now, I'm thinking to myself, that's horrible. That's horrible. At most, we should get 1 commercial, maybe 2, maybe 2. Two might be acceptable, but the sheer length of these commercials, 4 minutes for a commercial break. What are we doing? What are we doing? That's a fourth of a quarter. That's a fourth of a quarter nowadays. 25% of a quarter is being showed 3 to 4 times each quarter. That's how we're getting these games last 3 hours and 50 minutes. That's horrible. You want to sit down on the couch, you want to watch a game, take a nice 3 hours out of your day. Take a nice three. I'm not saying 3 hours is a short time by any means, but that's how long it takes to play the actual game. But you throw in all these commercials, boom, we're there for an extra hour, and you have an hour, a quarter of that time, you're watching commercials. That's not what we want. That is not what we want. Now, if you do some research on this, CBS seems to be the biggest culprit, the biggest get you with commercials. They like to throw a lot at you. They like to throw some bonus commercials in there and just be, hey, 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 we need a little bit more money. We'll show you a little bit more commercials. So if we want to go after one company, let's go after CBS and let's petition to them. Hey, get out of your contract with whoever you're with right now and say, we don't need all these ads anymore. We want to show people the football. And I guarantee if you show people more football, you're going to get more eyeballs. Because when you turn on a game and they're all on commercial break, that's not good. That's not good. Nobody wants to be sitting at the couch. They want to flip to a game that's on. And then when that one goes to commercial, they want to flip to a game that's also on. One of the worst feelings, sitting on the couch, College football Saturday, you're like, man, I can't wait to watch it. 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours if you're watching 11 to the afternoon games. I can't wait to watch 6 straight hours of college football. Doesn't that sound great? That sounds great to me. But then you sit down and you end up watching 3 hours of straight commercials. And you're like, how did I get here? I haven't even seen a football play in 3 hours. What's happening? Well, it's because when you're switching commercials or when you're switching channels, you're switching from a commercial to another commercial, and then you don't get to watch any football. And that's not good. That's not good. Now, some people will say, Ian, just get over it. It's not that big of a deal. It is a big deal. It is a big deal. All these companies getting a little power hungry, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all. Now, the most egregious times of this, and then this is the biggest issue right here, right here. When we go commercial, kickoff, commercial. Now, when that happens, I think something is going wrong in the producer head. Whatever's going on back there at the control center for that game, he is going crazy mentally. He says, "You know what? We just did a commercial. We had a kickoff. That is good enough for our fans. That's good enough for them. Let's show them a kickoff and then show them nothing else. And then they'll just want more. They'll just be more hungry for football when we come back." And when that happens, I turn the game off. I don't because I'm a loyal college football fan. However, there are some people that do turn it off. When you get 14 seconds of game in between commercials, that's when you lose people. That's when you're like, I'm done. Just get me off this. And CBS, you're the worst at it. You are the worst at it with golf as well. If you're a golf watcher like I am, CBS seems to be the worst at it commercial load wise there as well. So CBS, just if you hear this, can we figure something out? Can we figure something out? Shorten those commercials and just shorten those ads in those commercials. I don't know. I don't know if that's an idea. I don't know how it will work. So how do we fix this? Now, again, as I alluded to earlier, solutions for this problem, and it is a problem, will be very difficult. One, because the companies, CBS, Fox, ESPN, whoever's holding the game, like to make money and they like to make a lot of money. And the way they do that is throw out a 4 minute segment of commercials, give them 30 seconds each, $1 million each. Boom. I don't know if that's actually how much they're getting paid for those ads. That was just a rough number. But you add all that up, that's a lot of money for CBS. And CBS likes a lot of money. They have to pay all their employees, maybe. I'm not sure if they do or not. With the amount of commercials they do, I'm sure they can pay their employees a substantial amount of money. But there's nothing we can do. Again, there's nothing we can do from a fan perspective, from a college football community perspective of getting rid of all these commercials. CBS loves their commercials. Everybody loves their commercials. I don't love their commercials. You probably don't love their commercials. Occasionally, they'll throw us a good commercial where we're like, hey, that was funny. That was funny. But that's rare. That's a rarity. And we want more college football. Now, I'm not sure if they're able to get out of their contracts they're in right now. I don't know how all of that works. That's a mess for me. I don't know if they can shorten. Boom. Instead of 4 minute commercials, we're going down to 2.5. That would be great. That would be great. That would be great. You shorten those 4 minute commercial breaks down to a minute and a half. We're jumping back into the action quicker. You're keeping your viewers attentive to the game. The problem with the 4 minute break, it's a long time in between. You're like, what just happened? What did I just watch? Timeout? Okay, we're going to a big third down. Then you have a 4 minute commercial break, and you're like, well, I forgot what happened. Then they got to set up the play again. They got to set up all the backstory all again. And you lose the intensity and the magic that grips you in college football. You lose it if you have to take a 4 minute break. You lose it. We shorten that down to maybe 2.5 minutes, maybe 2 minutes. Could we go crazy and get that down to a minute? Probably. We probably can't go that far. Then CBS probably wouldn't make any money. And so we got to find a happy medium. They make enough money, and I know I'm calling for them to make less money. So it's a tough plea, but I think it would better the sport of college football, and that's what this list is all about. That's what this top 10 worst things about college football is all about. How can we fix these issues to make it a better product for college football fans? And that's what they want. That's what CBS wants. They want a good product out there. Shorten these commercials, keep the viewers attentive and intrigued in the game. I can't think of a better scenario. Now, I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't think this one will be fixed anytime soon. I don't think it will ever be fixed. And I think they'll probably lengthen the commercials year in and year out, maybe 2 seconds here, 3 seconds there. So I think it's with a saddened heart that this one may not be fixed, but I can still think it's a top 10 worst thing in college football. Not coming in at number 7. The commercial load, it sucks for fans. It sucks for all the viewers of college football. If you're say, "Hey, buddy, come watch this game," and he's sitting down for 4 minutes, he's watching commercials. That's sad. That's a sad way to live, and it's not very fun at all. Now, next video is a good one, guys. I promise you, you will want to tune in. So thank you for watching the 7th worst thing in college football. And again, if you want a mug, let me know. Subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the podcast. Go follow on Twitter. It'll be down here, over here, wherever it'll be. Go follow on Twitter. And thank you guys for watching this video. I love you guys.
Well,
Bye.
has trouble with the snap, and the ball is free. It's picked up by Michigan State's Jalen Watts Jackson, and he scores on the last play of the game. Unbelievable.
35, 40, 45, 50, 45. There goes Davis. Oh,